Hiya, it's me, Mishy. Yeah, what a week it's been. We were just totally shocked last week to find out we have to move. We don't know. It's nothing to do with us, which is good. But we don't know whether they're selling up or what's going on. But yeah. So far you can just see a geranium behind me, look. And a box. I wonder why there's a box. Anyway, we looked at one place on Saturday. Oh my goodness, it was horrible. I shouldn't be like that because if it's a roof over our heads, it'd be good. But it was a big old-fashioned house which had been transformed into many flats. And the corridor walking up to the front door of the flat was very dark to start with. You went in and it was just dark. The living room was a lovely size, but it had one tiny window, I suppose about the size that you would see in a bathroom. And it was so high up near the ceiling, you couldn't see out of it. So that was, that put me off straight away. I was like, I'd feel like I was in a prison or something. The bedrooms were both of a good size, and they both, well, the one bedroom had a really good window, which was nice. The other bedroom, and this is where I don't quite get how they designed this place. It had the patio doors leading out to the communal gardens. And I thought, and excuse me, I've got an itch. And the communal gardens were facing the main road, so quite noisy. Bathroom, small, standard sort of bathroom, but the kitchen was the same size as the bathroom. And there'd be no space for two of us in there. And very often we're working together and there would just have been no space. Very little cupboard space. So if you're like me and you've got baking tins and casserole dishes and mugs and glasses and all the stuff that goes with it, it wouldn't work. So yeah, I didn't say anything because I thought I don't want to be the negative nanny goat, and I waited to see what Ian thought of it, and he came out, he says, we're not having that. He said, no way, I'm not leaving you at home all day, and that is just ridiculous. So, and the price they were asking was the same as we're paying now, and I was like, that's absolute nonsense. But anyway, we're going to see two flats this afternoon. One of them is a ground floor flat, more into the town. And if I remember rightly, it has patio doors going onto a little courtyard terrace type space. We will see. We'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll have a look. We'll see what we think of it. The other one we're going to see is a first floor flat in a bigger block of flats, and that's near the Sainsbury's supermarket, and right opposite is Homebase, or what was Homebase and may well become a Marks and Spencer's food hall. And again, that's a busy road. The balcony looks directly at Homebase, and I'm a little bit sort of, but we'll have a look. We're going to have another look at one. We're going to have a look at one tomorrow, which is more expensive, further away. And it's a bungalow with 2 bedrooms, a garage, a garden. It looks beautiful. It really does look lovely. But my concern is that it is further away. We would to be Hubs would be travelling an extra half an hour to get to work. So we've got to take that into account. We've got to think of the cost of petrol. And yeah. And he'd be doing that run at least 5 days a week. And then on Sundays, we don't want to move churches. And so that's why staying in this particular area would be better. But we will have a look and see. And then, let me see, Thursday we're not viewing anything, but we have the church quarterly meeting. And I think that's going to be quite a big one because of the passing of our friend and stuff. Friday, as far as I know, we're not viewing anything on Friday, but I'll be at work at the charity shop. So hopefully I'll come home with more boxes, because he was very kind. I said, do you want boxes? I said, I'd love boxes. So I came home with like half a dozen boxes last week. Saturday we're viewing 2 places. One of them, I'm trying to think what order they go in. One of them is a bit further out, but not too far. It would add an extra 15 minutes onto travelling. One of them is in the nearby village, and my arm was aching. I'm holding the phone today, not my tablet. Yeah, the other one is the one that's really making my heart go pitter-patter. It has a garden. Basically, that's what it is. It's got a garden. Not too big, but there is a garden. And that's what's making me go, no, I want that place. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. I have to confess to having some panic attacks. I haven't told him about it because, he's already worried enough, my hubby, He's worried enough. And I think his worry is that he's trying to provide for me. Our little two-person 4 creature family. And yes, I'm trying not to tell him if I have a big panic attack, and I will just leave the room. If we're watching TV and I'm starting to get, I will get up and go do something else. So, yes, I've got 2 boxes completely packed, which is a good thing, I guess. The third one has started up tonight, and I plan to I'm going to put a cushion in the bottom of it, and then I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I don't have anything to wrap stuff up in, but I'm going to get the tea towels out and use them to wrap up photographs and some pictures and that sort of stuff. I don't know how much I'll have. There's a couple of towels or so I could use. So it'd be sort of it keeps getting dark, doesn't it? I don't know exactly how much I'll get packed, but it's better than sitting here doing nothing. If I get some stuff packed, then that's good. Knitting, I've been keeping myself busy, desperately trying to keep myself busy. And I've been knitting for a premature baby. Well, not for any particular baby, for the charity that deals with it. and it's a little like matinee jacket thing, but it's knitted from the top down. So I've nearly finished doing the body of it, and then I've got to pick up for the sleeves and get that done, and then sew it up and add a couple of buttons, and I will show you when it's finished. I was going through to see how much wool I had in certain colours, and if you put all the little balls that matched together, I had just enough wool to do this, so that's good. What else can I tell you? I started doing a little cross stitch, just again keep myself as busy as I can, and it's a little one. I got it from the works, and it's just a card with a strawberry on the front. Simple, but it keeps me occupied and out of the panic mode. What else is there to tell you? I don't know. I'm debating now what to do for, no, I say what to do for Christmas. I mean what to decorate, or whether I'm going to decorate for Christmas. My thought being that if I do, it's just something else I've got to put away in January. So we may not have a Christmas tree this year. We might do, who knows? Yeah, it's a stressful time, and I'm trying my best to cope and trust God and just do the next thing. I think it was Elizabeth Elliot who used to quote a poem by somebody, and it was, I forget who it was by, but it was just like, do the next thing. And I'm trying to do that. I did buy Ian's Christmas present. I said to him, what do you want? Thinking he would say a sweatshirt or something practical. But no. What did we want? We would like to have, please, the Lego kit for Cruella de Vil's car. Told you, Lego. Mad about Lego. Anyway, I did go onto the Argos website, and there it was, and I picked it up, and it's hidden. And I think he'll probably think I've gone practical and not got it, so I'm pleased about that. And I've also had a delivery today, a little key ring, and it says, I met you, I liked you, I love you, I'm keeping you. So it was just a silly little gift that going, I was going to say in a stocking, but that's if we get the stockings out. It might just be, have a carrier bag full of gifts. But it'll be fine. And anyway, how long have I been talking? Oh gosh, nearly a quarter of an hour. And it wasn't going to be a terribly long one. But I don't know. Life can really throw curveballs. And this one really has just sent us flying, really. I mean, Wednesday we found out last week, and we were just in shock. And then Thursday and Friday, we were just flat. Absolutely just flat. It was awful. And Saturday we were very disappointed because this place wasn't nice. And now this week we're just getting busy. He's at work. He's still doing all of his work and everything. I'm still trying to get packed and keep the house up to date. Not easy, but you keep on with it. Yeah, that's it. Voting day today here. It's not for a major government thing. It's the town, what they call it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, I think it's just for the council. Yeah. It's just for the council. We've had some stuff through the door about from the Green Party. We've had nothing from the Conservatives. I tell a lie. We had one thing from the Conservatives. We've had nothing from Labour. And we've had oodles from the Lib Dems. So, I don't really know enough about politics to talk about it, but I think I know who I'm voting for. And all you can do is vote. My sister says she doesn't vote at all for these local elections. And I kind of feel that's wrong. Mainly, I think it's wrong. Another itch. Oh, gosh. Mainly, I think it's wrong because of the suffragettes. You know, they suffered so much with hunger strikes and having tubes shoved down their throats to be fed and being put in prison, and they went through so much just to get us women the vote. So I always go and vote, and we'll be doing that probably after the second viewing and before I go off to Slimming World. Not looking forward to going to Slimming World. I'd much rather come home and just pack another box. But I will go, and I think it's going to be okay. Let you know. All right, my loves, I'm off. My hand's starting to ache holding this phone. I've just got too lazy to get the tablet out. You take care of yourselves. Bye.